Good day, Rusk enjoyers. Hope they're right, 'cause it's time for the 48-hour analysis. Basically, in this video, I'm going to look at all the skins to the current Rust store, make comparisons to previous Rust store skins, to get a good idea in regards to, well, how much are all of these skins likely to sell by next Thursday, and then knowing that, we'll then question, are these skins still holding up to being perfectly fine investments, or are there any potential problems that you need to be aware of? So sit back and relax. I'm going to start yapping. So, first 24 hours of sales to get started with, as you can see here with a tweet. Olympus Revolver. A very interesting design. Marblesque white with some gold trim, a useful red aim sight, and that aim sight has the most transparency we have ever seen on a revolver. More so in comparison to the Heatseeker Revolver. That Heatseeker Revolver, oh, it went down in price. Oh, yes, it did. So we'll talk more about that in a bit. But yes, 13,000 subscribers, more than the Sinotype Drop box. So let's just quickly show this comparison. This doesn't look like it's going to sell that much. Last week, I went on a bit of a, I don't want to say like a, I kept yelling to people, stone storages in storage collections, they don't tend to sell that much, and they don't tend to rise up in price that much, because stone in the end game with your base, not as important. That only did 11,500 subscribers. Back over to here, this has less than 11,000 subscribers. What? I swear tons of people kept asking, like commenting in my videos and whatnot, we need to see a drop box. Why aren't you buying it? So we'll talk about that in a bit. So, like, the main point to get across with the first 24 hours of sales, this Rust store looks as if it's not selling that much. Tame sales. And you might sit there and say, okay, well, is that a problem? Well, no, not for us, the investors. Basically, so as long as these skins maintain interest as time goes on, and if they haven't sold that much, all the better for them to rise up in price, because there's not enough to go around. Oh, so yes, even the tier 2 here, selling considerably less compared to the rest of its set. So tier 3, hoodie and pants, boots and gloves. I'm quite surprised to see Reptile Hunter large backpack didn't sell that much. I know I did point out, sitting there and saying the standard large backpack is already dark green, but still surprised. So, oh, okay. Lots of interesting potential investments this week. How about we switch over to here then, and talk about the first 48 hours of sales. So that Olympus Revolver, yeah, it's pushing up quite nicely. Should point out, we're pushing close to about 49 hours of sales now, but I don't think it made that much, make an actual difference. Should I just get started then? As you can see here, Olympus Revolver selling quite nice. Sinotype Drop box, again, if you could go quickly look at the previous week's 48 hours of sales. When we look at the stove storage with the previous week, that had 16,000 subscribers. This right here, just over 15,000, so, that doesn't have that much momentum, no. Still very surprised to see Popstar Bed not selling that much. So, okay, cool, we got the point across. Let's go through all these skins and question how much they're likely going to sell by next Thursday, and question, of course, how much, could they potentially be nice investments? How much do you want to buy? Olympus Revolver. So, of course, sequel to the AK-47 that was accepted like a good few weeks ago, definitely before Halloween. That has improved, but it's still not like close to its Rust store price. So this has improved a fair bit, still quite a ways to go, but we are expecting the possibility of seeing more skins being made. Now, the skin creator has made quite a lot, but only the Revolver was accepted. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not sure if he's actually go ahead and make like a sequel this weekend, because a lot of the skin creators this weekend, they're making like naval boat theme skins. Buff's already done that with last week's wooden door that you can see here. Looks very nice, by the way. Is he going to make like a sap? Is he going to consider making armor? I have no idea, but I look forward to finding out. So if we do see more weapons being made, this could be one of those weapon collections that actually works out quite all right. A very distinct, nice, stylish looking design. You might recall the Heatseeker collection. That progressed ever so nicely, and people liked it, and the whole collection worked out. Most weapon collections, by default, they don't really tend to work out very nicely. But this does look special, and the whole collection that's been made looks special. But we need to see more acceptances. Independently though, all my revolver skins, they tend to work out very, very nicely. So let's now switch over to here. Just emphasize a point. Look at every single revolver that you see here. Pretty much every single one of them, bar a couple, every single one of them does appear to be in the positive. They tend to be very nice, very reliable, like investments. They rarely go down in price. And as we get closer and closer to post-Christmas, we can only assume prices are going to improve even more so. With the Naval update coming out, and of course, Christmas about to happen. Lots of time off for everybody. Lots of time to play Rust. So, ooh, interesting. Let me also showcase this to you as well. So, higher subscribers. We're 2 days in. It's already third. So, oh my. How much are you likely going to sell by next Thursday? Let's go ahead and start figuring that out. So back over to here. Nothing really compares to its 13,000 subscriber sales. So I thought the best thing I can do is look at like the previous Olympus skin, the AK-47. We also have the small cards box right here. So cool. Let's go back over to October 2nd. Let's go ahead and do just that. So October 2nd, what do we see? Well, that only did 22,600 subscribers, and this only did 23,700 subscribers. Yeah, I don't think the Revolver's going to sell this much, because 2 days in, it's already got 19,000 subscribers. So I have to think about it. I'm going to give you a solid estimate right now. I think this is going to get fairly close to 30,000 subscribers, but my range is 28 to 33,000 subscribers. Now, could that be a potential problem? I've got to be honest with you. With that having the most transparent pay-to-win aim sight out of all revolvers, and with its very nice stylish design, with the possibility of more weapon skins, being produced and accepted, I think that's looking to be a very nice investment. If you're thinking, oh, Hedge, I want to go buy like 100 of them. Yeah, me too. I need to sell some more things. I need to sell some more Christmas skins because I want to get on that. I want to go buy a bunch. I do. So yeah, I think as time goes on, we probably won't even see that much competition. I know, again, with the Heatseeker Revolver, it's tragic what happened just a few days ago. Comfortably selling for $9 on the Steam market, and yet now, halved in price. But we only see like 2 or 3 skins being accepted every year. It's been a while since we've had more than that, yeah. So I think it's in a very safe, very nice position, and it does appear to be a very nice and probably the best investment for this week. 28 to 33,000 subscribers. Sinotype Drop box. You're sitting here with 15,000 subscribers, and literally last week when we looked at the stone box, that had 16,000 subscribers. This ended up with only around 25,000 subscribers. Now, of course, that is the best thing we can compare to. So, what do I reckon that's going to probably land on? Like, how many sales could it have by Thursday? I made a consideration. I thought, you know what? I think that's going to do between 23 to 26,000 subscribers. I do believe that drop box is going to sell less than a stone box. So now I ask you, the viewer, did you want this? We're getting very, very close now to finishing the whole collection, and this weekend we're expecting number 18 to be produced. But I am surprised. A lot of people definitely sat like in the comment section asking, oh, Hedge, we need a drop box, we need a drop box, we need a drop box. How is this not selling that much? So we are expecting fuel box potentially next rush door, and then after that, based on what's been said here in the comments, we're going to see a naval or a boat theme sort of skin being produced and ready for the naval update, December Force White. This does look like it's going to reach all the way up to 18 skins in total. Maybe we could see more, we'll see. But how are you selling so little? Is it bad timing? Again, we just had Halloween. How much did you spend with Halloween time? Are you also like considering saving your funds until Christmas as well? Is that what you're considering? Maybe a lot of people like that. And maybe that could lead to this Sinotype Drop box working out very nicely in the future. Ooh. All right, okay, we'll keep an eye on you. But yes, as of now, this looks like it could be the lowest selling skin out of the whole Sinotype collection. And to me, that sounds pretty absurd. We're expecting number 17 next week, and a week after that, number 18. This does look like it will be matching up to the neon storages of the past, and it'll be tied for the largest ever storage collection we've ever seen. So, all right, cool. I'm certainly not going to complain. Prices do appear to be improving. January, oh, we need you to appear faster. Come on. So, all right, cool. Keep an eye on this. We'll talk about it next week, of course, when we do the abnormal barders. This right here is abnormal. That's also abnormal. Let's now talk about the next few skins. So, for the next few skins, I'm going to mention, of course, the Sulphur Small Box, the Biohazard Bunker Garage Door, and the Popstar Bed. 7,500 subscribers almost, all the way down to here, 7,000 subscribers. What's the best thing we could compare to? Let's just go to the previous week. 7,400 subscribers here for the Forge Garage Door, and the small ammo box, 7,200. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go do a nice little comparison. Previous week, away we go, and here we are. Forge Garage Door reached just over 17,000 subscribers. Small ammo box, just over 16,000 subscribers. And wow, you're doing very well for yourself. Look at that. Okay, cool. I'm not going to complain about this then. So we're suggesting then that the small sulfur box, the biohazard bunker garage door, and the Popstar bed are going to probably do between 15 to 17,000 subscribers. With the current rate of sales that we're looking at, all right, I would agree to it, but I am surprised. Biohazard garage door, 17,000 subscribers potentially. That sounds like a very average amount of sales that we've seen here for all garage doors this year. The average garage door this year is about half its price. So many of these skins are down half. Oh my. So, I mean, I certainly would like to see like an interesting biohazard bunker deplorable collection being produced, but skin creators might be focusing like naval update skins and all that. So we'll keep an eye out. But don't forget, we also have Christmas on the horizon. We might be we might be waiting for quite some time to see some actual collection continuations. There might be issues. So yeah, with that being like a standard garage door, it's a very nice bright glow in the dark skin, but if we were to just treat it like a standard garage door, I'm fully expecting it to drop off in price. So, all right, fair enough. Small sulfur storage. I lost my tongue there. Sorry about that. You're a perfectly fine look and design. We do question. Could we see like a stone box, small wood box as well? That might be a bit funny. But anyway, I have spoken to the skin creator. He's looked at your comments. He's looked at your suggestions, and he's definitely considering like a party box. But he's also considering a fish box. Quite a lot of you did bring up a very solid idea that, you know, we don't really have a good storage for our fish. We do have like fish themed like boxes, but a dedicated fish storage. Sorry, I almost said fridge. Yeah, cool. So it fits nicely with the naval update. You might be seeing that this weekend. So more storages on the horizon, more small prop skins on the horizon. But do not forget, it applies to the Sinotype Drop box as well. We still do not. We have no idea what this proposed box's DLC is going to be. It does sound like Face Punch might be working on their very own storage collection, which would be a big problem because storage collections in Rust, they cost like $50 to $100, maybe a fair bit more. If they do a DLC with their very own storage collection, that'll probably cost like $15, 15. Ooh. So we'll see how it goes. Is it going to be small boxes? Is it going to be large boxes? Is it either going to be their very own storage collection, or is it going to be like a labeling system? We don't know. We've got to be patient. We've got to see what they're working on, what they're plotting, what they're planning. So okay, cool. We'll leave it at that. Popstar bed. 15 to 17,000 subscribers for a bed skin that a lot of people are making a lot of jokes about. Now again, it doesn't have to be for you, but I know it's for you. You might be sitting there and saying, "Oh, I don't need it. I don't want it." I know you've bought hundreds of them. Well, no, not really, because it hasn't sold that much. I honestly think as time goes on, this will be appreciated. A very bright, very noticeable glow-in-the-dark bed skin. And I haven't even mentioned this. Take a look at the other skins in the collection. Have you noticed this doubled in price? Huh. So, yeah, all of that's improving very, very nicely. This has had a buyout. Look at the prices. What on earth's happened? So, yeah, go ahead and look at this in your own time if you so wish. But all the Popstar skins, all the Anime Girl skins have been bought out. The prices are improving. And I'm feeling very happy with myself because I invested into all of this. So, okay, cool. All right, but anyway. 15 to 17,000 subscribers. It honestly feels far too little. And I don't think we're going to see anything like this ever being accepted ever again. Twitch drops, kick drops, we'll see. But with what I have here, I think this is looking to be very, very interesting. I am considering wanting to buy some. I know every single bed skin's a bit, yeah. That's not too bad, by the way. But all of these had to suffer so one could be all right. All of these had to suffer so that we could have the Anime Girl bed skin. I think that will be one of the ones that actually works out all right. 15 to 17,000 subscribers isn't that much, especially compared to some of the skins we have here. I honestly believe that's too little for what this is. I honestly believe that'll work out and progress ever so nicely in the future. I wonder, for Valentine's 2026, if someone tries to do, tries and does it again. We'll keep an eye out. Or maybe we'll get like Love of Giorgio. We'll see. All right, cool. So we'll leave it at that. 15 to 17,000 subscribers for all three of these. You're a bit questionable. So as long as your collection progresses, you're interesting. And with this independently, it's interesting. But with its collection, oh, it's making it even more interesting. So do not forget, abnormal, abnormal, abnormal. This isn't abnormal, and this is abnormal. So, yeah, got quite a lot to chase after next week. Let's now talk about the Night Demon, Tier 2. All of that's abnormal. And I think I'm also going to add the Reptile Hunter Launch Backpack. if I could just quickly switch back over to here, yeah, it had very similar sales. So, okay, cool, cool, cool. 4,900 almost over to here, down to 4,400 down over to here. So, okay, cool, 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 cool. What would I want to compare to? Swelled Sword, and BSAP. Both of these had some fairly similar sales. So let's go over to October 16, 2025. Here we go. So, ta-da. So this reached just about 9,000 subscribers, and this reached just over 11,000 subscribers. So 9 to 11. Okay. So looking at this Night Demon Tier 2, I've got to point this out. It does look like it could be the lowest selling skins out of the full set. The boots and the gloves, 11,400. Where's the gloves? There you go. 12,750. So that's quite a bit. Tier 3, 12,300. 13,800. Hoodie and pants, 15,500. 14,000. Yeah, about 15,000. Huh. If the Tier 2 does end up selling the least, and this collection as a whole does maintain interest, the lowest selling skins in an in-demand collection tend to be the most valuable because there's a lot less of them to go around. In theory, if you could have like tons of like completed sets, you're going to have a lot of like hoodie and pants being excess. There's a reason why they're down in price, but it's a bit surprising because it's only by like 1,000. But anyway, Night Demon Tier 2, you do look pretty interesting. If you were to do 9 to 11,000 subscribers, it could just still end up going down in price, by the way. Like How in Demand is a nice and shiny gold design, especially for armor. So I'm just being a little bit skeptical, but you know what? It's abnormal. We'll talk more about that next Wednesday night when we do the abnormal barders. So, alright, cool. Reptile Hunter Large Backpack. We did talk about this. The standard large backpack that doesn't have any skins on it is green, dark green. In theory, you don't even need this. But I will point out the only other green backpack we have, it's basically almost doubled in price. Now, before it was a much higher price. That definitely happened because, of course, when a lot of people were anticipating the jungle update, every single green clothing and armor piece rose up in price ever so nice because people bought it all out. Now, of course, when that came and went, it obviously went back down again. But Reptile Hunter Large Backpack, you are still part of the Reptile Hunter collection, which, if I could just point out to you, oh yeah, it's kind of doing quite all right. Oh yeah, yeah. So all the skins here, they're done very, very nicely for themselves. Other than the bandana, which did sell quite a lot, but with all the transparency, it's not very useful. Especially considering you can spend like 20 cents on a green bandana, it does like much better. So anyway. All of these skins worked out very nicely. This is an in-demand collection. Will this just slot in perfectly? This isn't selling that much. As of now, only 6,000 subscribers. Now, of course, I've gone through the whole point saying that, you know, you don't really need to skin it, but it blends in very nicely with its set. It does a very good job blending in, and it's like seamless. Wearing the Tier 3 with it, the Tier 2 with it. Skin Creator did a very good job. So, the more the merrier for the Reptile Hunter collection. Still hoping for boots and gloves one day, maybe. But I think that actually might be going up in the price. Like, honestly, out of all the backpack skins, I can see this working out quite nicely. The majority of the backpack skins have gone down because we've had quite a lot of skins being accepted overall. But if this worked out perfectly fine, this is looking to sell less than that. You're telling me this probably is going to only do between 9 to 11,000 subscribers? That's looking like it's a nice looking investment for sure, 100%. Like, let me just refresh here as well. It's hardly getting any more sales. It's looking good. I'm a little bit exasperated, sorry about that. But I've only just kind of realised how little it has sold. So chances are this might only reach just under 10,000 subscribers. There's a very good chance of it. $3 though, ooh, okay, that might be part of the reason why, but I think it's looking pretty interesting. That might be another, like, very good investment. I'm not joking. We don't really get that many green backpacks accepted, do we? So, yeah, it's abnormal though. So we'll see. We'll save it for next Wednesday. But that is looking interesting. Feel free to comment below your own opinions. Like, do you honestly believe? Just by default, we could have had like a Forest Raiders backpack, couldn't we? Again, you don't need to skin your backpack, but people still want to have another Forest Raider skin, wouldn't they? So I feel like that kind of really sets the tone. So okay. We'll put it aside for now, but yeah, 9 to 11,000 subscribers for all of these skins. Let's move on and talk about the Protector L96 and the bolt action rifle. So yeah, one's selling quite a fair bit more compared to the other, but back over to here, as we can see over to here, they were a lot more closer to a point. Now, if I were to like do a nice little comparison, what would I compare to? Well, I thought, you know what, with the previous week, we could look at the Brain Drain AK-47 with about 3,600 subscribers here, considering this had like 3,300 and 3,600. Cool. So let's go back over to here. Let's look at the Brain Drain AK-47. Wow, you went down a price pretty quickly. Ooh. That only had 8,778 subscribers. So back over to here, looking at the, snipers that we have, the L96 and the bolt action rifle. I'm looking at both of them. 5,500 here and 4,500 here. I think both of them will probably do between 8 to 9,000 subscribers. So in regards to L96s, next week there will be another one. Well, that is the expectation. We're expecting a handmade LMG this week. That didn't happen, so... But as of recent, we have been seeing a lot of L96s. And as of recent, let me tell you this, I've been seeing a lot of L96s being submitted to the workshop. I know that for a fact. So, with what I have here, Protector Collection isn't exactly like super crazy and super high in demand. U-Pod Collection, what's that all about? No, that's not correct. I'm looking at the Protector Collection. It's 3 doors and a handmade LMG. That is losing its value. It's starting to go down in price. It went up a bit, but now it's starting to go down. If it sticks like that, that might be okay. I'm not going to complain about that. But L96s in general, they tend to be very nice investments anyway. I'm not sure if the skin creators are going to commit and just get more and more weapons made. We'll see. But L96s, let's just take a look at you. Black Diamond L96, give it time. Leave it for another week or so. Look at it again. If that's still slightly in the positive, that's good. So here's hoping you do actually work out quite all right, because all the other recent L96 skins are a fair bit questionable. The only other L96 that's in the positive is a black L96. So maybe like cool looking black L96s are, you know, the only things people care about. Hey, it is what it is, but yeah. All right. The vast majority of them are down in price. With this sitting here at $2.49, I'm not feeling confident. It could sell very little, and I'm definitely going to point that towards saying, you know what, it's just a sheer lack of interest. Is it actually going to regain any interest in the future? It'll be nice, but I'm having doubts. Demon Slayer bolt action rifle. So this very likely will be selling less. I mean, judging by what you see here, duh. But bolt action rifle skins, we don't see that many of them, do we? So, due to scarcity, could we actually see this work out quite alright? If I could just switch over to SCMM, let's just look at all the bolt action rifles of the past, but then also look at them based on subscriber counts. So let's go ahead and do that. Subscribers. Well, this is obviously quite... It's just kind of smack dab in the middle. Again, whilst it hasn't sold that much as of like today's standards, in comparison to skins from like 8 years ago, blimey, yeah, well, that's still quite a lot. So there's definitely a lot of skins here that have quite a lot less. But they're also in the positive very nicely as well. Ooh, interesting. Now we are expecting it to still sell quite a bit more. The majority of the recent L96s, let's look at it that way. So let's go look at newest. There you go. Down in price, down in price, down in price. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. Down in price, down in price, down in price, down in price, down in price. Oof. I'm starting to question it a little bit more, but you're also still not selling that much. Are we even going to see that many of them on the Steam market? If nobody's listing them on the Steam market, I wouldn't be too worried. So, all right, we'll keep an eye on it. It is looking somewhat interesting, but the actual design to it, it's not like super flashy or anything. Again, consider watching my rust rotation video if I get a good look at that. But yeah, not feeling 100% fully confident. It's just the lack of sales that are interesting. So, okay, fair enough. And now, with the remaining skins, that being the Cargo Heli, Bandana and Poncho, like, honestly, the best thing that I could compare with these two pieces is just looking at the Cargo Heli for the previous week. So, around 3,000 subscribers, slightly less than 3,000 subscribers. Over to here, slightly less than 3,000 subscribers, just about 3,000 subscribers. So, all right, cool. As you can see over to here, the previous week's Cargo Heli skins, they only reached about 7,000 subscribers, 6,500 subscribers. But hey, the Bandana, the Poncho, with them arriving, it still caused both of them to spike in price ever so nice. All right, cool. Not going to complain there. With what we have going on over here, I can confirm I haven't seen like another Cargo Heli skin being produced. So I am kind of questioning it a bit. Keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see a continuation appearing over the course of the next few days. But what happens as time goes on? If both of these do end up selling between 6,000 to 7,000 subscribers, which is my estimate, is it going to be okay? We've had a lot of ponchos come out over the years, and quite a lot of them aren't doing very well. No, not. Some of them do quite all right, but you know, is there the possibility of seeing like some collection continuations? Could we see more like hide clothing being made? Or maybe with the arrival like hoodie and pants and tier 3 are still cause the poncho and the bandana to go up in price. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it, but it's still a little bit funny. Now, let me just remind you real quickly, with the tier 2 armor, yep, for a very long time, we didn't see a collection continuation. And for a very long time, this wasn't doing very well with itself. The price was down. It wasn't looking very pretty. So, okay. Looking at what we have here with the cargo heli, I mean, it would be nice to see a collection continuation again pretty quickly. We'll see. But I'm not feeling very confident with that, especially with what I'm seeing at the moment on the workshop. And then again, Christmas is also on the horizon. You might not see another sequel for quite some time. The time between Cargo Heli Tier 2 to the boots and gloves was over a year. So that might be a bit problematic. Okay, cool. So there you go. That's all the skins for this week. And don't forget, estimates are in the description. It's all part of the chapters. So let's now talk about some extra things. So I've already talked about this. As you'll notice over to here, we're starting to see a lot of aquatic and boat themed skins being produced. Cargo bed. Okay, well there you go. So yeah, they're making, all the skin creators are making skins ready for the naval update. I almost said cargo update. Now, have you actually tested out the boats themselves? If I could just quickly switch over to here to my YouTube, as you'll notice over to here, I've got like a nice little video here showcasing Rust boat base customization. It really does look like you can make some nice cute little bases. Whilst they can only go 2 stories high, 1, 2, yeah, you can still make them pretty wide. You do need to utilize sails and engines quite a lot though. People are going to camp oil rigs. 100%. It's super easy to do. And you can definitely make your boats a lot faster compared to cargo. So this naval warfare will be quite interesting. But yeah, consider giving that a good watch. And by the time you're watching this video tomorrow, so this very 48-hour analysis, there will be another one showcasing like the different types of designs you can make. We made like a fun boat. Cheese Taco designed it. We were fast. You can turn pretty easily and all that, so that was nice. But again, to make that work, you need a lot of sails and you need a lot of engines. So keep an eye on this. To test out boats right now, consider going on to Rust Staging Orcs and just find a server that's currently offering it. You might have to look around. So cool. Right then. Ta-da! Mr. Protox has revealed what the high-quality metal building skin looks like. Yes, the first ever high-quality metal building skin with a space station theme to it. So it's fine. I'm not like a massive fan with it, but as time goes on, you know, people probably start to appreciate it. That did happen with Brutalist. A lot of people were like, ugh, when they saw it. But then as time went on, people they did like it. So cool. There's also some very goofy birthday things being introduced as well. So yeah, you got like a candle hat and all that. So yep. Let's just say thank you to Mr. Protox for showcasing it. I'll link the tweet in the description so you can see all the pictures and of course the link to the video. So cool. Right. So yes. Consider getting a good look at all the skins right now if you so wish, if you haven't done so. My Rust store rotation for November 2025 is right there. But also, consider giving this a good look as well. I can confirm that they have asked for some pretty interesting things for what could potentially become like a brand new deployable skinnable. But the question is, right, how much of it is going to be something that the skin creators can make themselves, and how much is it, like, how much of it is actually going to be like a DLC pack? Because a lot of the things in here, it kind of looks like how are you going to make a skin work for a chain link fence and the jail cell like gates and whatnot? I think they're probably just asking for like permission. Hey, can we make a DLC pack? So we'll see how it goes. But we do know we're going to get a 5th survey as well. They're going to ask about what vehicles would you like to see become skinnable. So don't be surprised with the possibility of seeing some sort of like a vehicle pack in the future, where you can like have some special skins for like minicopters and attack helis and all that. So, all right, cool. Not going to say no to that. Motorbikes would be sweet. Could we get like some fun, cool looking BMX bikes for the bicycles? We'll see. So, all right, cool. Silly things on the horizon. So consider giving that a good watch if you so wish. You can listen to my idea of like stone barricades being turned into weighted companion cubes for like a nice charity skin. Consider giving it a good watch if you want. So yeah, that's all there. And let me just also point out, I'm also grabbing all the skins. So whilst I'm looking at all of this right here, I am making the brand new collection. Now I have noticed another Christmas skin being produced. This is produced by Mr. Domch, the Merryfire LR300. If you want to keep track of all the Christmas skins, the collection right here will be in the description. Set up a TGG. It is the holiday Christmas contest. Lost my tongue now. So yeah, sorry about that. I've done it quite a lot throughout all this video. And yeah, that is pretty much everything that needed to be said. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'll start keeping an eye out for what new things are on the horizon. Lots of boat theme skins are currently being worked on. The Naval update is just 2 or so weeks away. Go practice some rust staging right now. Do not miss out. Make sure you're prepared. And yeah, that's it. Player count, how you doing today? Well, you're improving very nicely. This month honestly looks like it's going to go above 100,000. Oh, we're nice and warmed up for December, 100%. When it rolls into December time, the peak player count will go over 200,000. Oh, and this is going to comfortably rise up again. Oh, yes. So everything is lining up perfectly for a great post-Christmas. Let's just hope everything works out nicely. I'm starting to sell some skins right now, Christmas skins. You're more than welcome to do that as well. But don't forget, if we see like collection continuations being made for certain Christmas skins, do not be surprised if you see that spike in price quite nicely. I've had to question it a bit, but I do need some funds. So yeah, I'm not selling all of it. I'm respectfully selling a decent amount right now. So, right, cool. So with that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to each and every single one of you. And yeah, enjoy the weekend.